His hand cracked across my son's cheek like a gunshot. A hush fell over the backyard. Balloons bobbed in the silence. Children stared. Adults looked away. Except for him, my wife's brother, who stood above my 8-year-old like a conqueror. Like father, like son, he sneered, both useless. Then came the laughter. My wife didn't laugh, but she didn't stop him either. Her father smirked, sipping wine with too much pride. Well, he muttered, the boy needed to learn some shame. I didn't speak, didn't move, but the mic pinned to my collar, still live from the toast minutes before, didn't miss a word. And neither did the house speakers. Their voices echoed back, louder, crueler. Guests stiffened, eyes widened. Someone gasped. My son looked up at me, waiting. I smiled, not warmly, just enough, because they had no idea what they'd just handed me. This wasn't new. The disdain, the judgment, the quiet humiliation delivered under the guise of family teasing. From the day I married her, they measured me. Bank account, last name, career title, and found me lacking. My wife called it their way, said I needed thicker skin, said they meant well. I endured it for her, for our son. I bit down on my tongue for years, bleeding silence. But that slap, that changed everything. Because it wasn't mine to swallow, it was my son's. And no man touches my child and walks away whole. They thought I was weak, passive, but they forgot what I do for a living. They forgot I build systems, read people, track everything, even family. The microphone wasn't the beginning. It was the trap finally sprung. I'd been gathering quietly for months. My brother-in-law's shady business deals, my father-in-law's offshore tax evasion, my wife's carefully hidden financial transfers to a private account that didn't have her name. I documented it all. Emails, wire trails, voicemails. The family business? A facade, a front. Money laundering in plain sight, washed through events, charities, and handshakes at parties like this one. I watched how they dismissed me, underestimated me. I never corrected them. Let them call me spineless. Let them treat me like a man afraid of confrontation. Because I don't confront, I expose. The next morning, my wife woke to silence. No breakfast smells, no coffee brewing. Just a sealed envelope on the table. Inside, photos of the slap, audio transcriptions, a letter, and a list of everything I knew. Everything they didn't want seen. The offshore accounts, the fake foundations, her secret savings, money she planned to use to leave, apparently, once my usefulness expired. She'd forgotten the prenup clause, the one that voided everything in cases of child endangerment. She called. I didn't answer. Instead, I sent the footage to every business partner her father ever shook hands with, to the press, to his competitors, to law enforcement. Then I scheduled a meeting at my son's school, just me and him. We talked, we walked, and for the first time in a long time, he smiled. A week later, I watched from across the street. Police vans outside the family estate, news trucks, reporters shouting questions no one wanted to answer. My wife's brother was dragged out in cuffs. Her father, red-faced and silent, tried to keep dignity in front of cameras. My wife? Nowhere in sight. I wasn't interested in watching her fall apart. That part was done. The final blow? I'd bought out their failing company's silent shares last year through shell corps they never traced to me. The moment they lost public trust, those shares activated. I appointed a new board, terminated everyone. By lunchtime, her family's empire had collapsed. And still, I didn't say a word. I didn't celebrate. I took my son out for ice cream, watched him eat with the joy of a boy who no longer had to prove himself. He asked me, "Will we see them again?" I said, "No." He nodded. That was enough. Revenge isn't loud. It's not fire and fury. It's silence, sharp, surgical. And now? Now I sleep in a home that's quiet, safe, clean of poison. They taught me shame. I taught them consequence. Because the mic was always on. They just didn't hear it until it was too late.